Welcome. You're with Business Today in London with me, Sally Bundock, and we start in the Middle East, where late on Monday, President Trump demanded financial compensation from Iran for casualties caused by the war. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said he was issuing the demand for war reparations in response to Iranian negotiators making similar claims for damages from the 5-month war, while Washington continues to insist a deal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz is coming. Iran says its terms must be met first. So let's have a look at the price of oil, how investors are reacting to these latest developments. Well, a short while ago, you can see a barrel of Brent crude trading at $87. Well, let's talk to John Sfakianakis, who's chief economist and head of research at the Gulf Research Centre. John, good to get your view once again. So what do you make of the latest developments?
Well, great to be with you, Sally. I think that both sides are beginning to be quite intransigent, and both of them are attaining positions of extreme. It seems quite unfathomable that President Trump is going to expect Iranians to pay for not only damages, but also for the people killed over the last several decades, and for the Iranians to comply, and also for the Iranians to expect that anything is going to work out with the latest round of diplomatic discussions. So I think that both of them are reaching extremes, and both are kind of the same positioning that we see today.
So that's the verbal tit for tat that we get to hear about in the media. But behind the scenes, talks are ongoing. And what are you hearing about those?
Well, those discussions are between Oman and Iran, and it all depends on what the U.S. says, because they have to present it to them. Oman has to present it to them. And it seems that there was some headway made over the last 2 weeks, but now we're back to the old kind of mantra, which is that we're not going to discuss. This is not an issue, and we're reaching a stalemate. Having said this, what is interesting is that we see more oil flowing out of the strait. We see more volumetric product of oil coming out, and that is good news. Also, this is supported by the fact that China is desiring less oil at this moment. So it's not as bad as we thought, or we think the situation on the ground is.
And for how long do you think we can be in that place where things are not as bad with the strait closed?
I think this is temporary. I think that both of them are taking their time. I think once we go back to the fall, we'll see more war, more of these strikes, tit for tat. And we're only talking about the strait. We haven't even talked about the Red Sea, Bab el Mandab, and all of that. So I think the fall is going to be the indicator. And as we get into the midterms, we will see the Iranian intransigence increasing. And then, of course, President Trump has to respond. So now I think we're taking a bit of a breather. It's a summer break, so everybody is replenishing their armaments and thinking.
John, good to get your take on the latest. John Sfakianakis from the Gulf Research Centre.